What's going on, everyone? My name's Butters, and after the reveal of Pokemon Sword and Shield a mere couple hours ago, we were greeted with a new region, and this is the Galar region, and this is why the Galar region, Galar region? I hope I'm not pronouncing that wrong, is the greatest region in the history of Pokemon. That's right. I already know, and I'm already making that very bold claim that the Galar region is the best region ever. And you want to know why? It's for a few reasons. But one of the number one reasons is that it's a region based off of the UK. Or it's a region based off of Britain, because from what I can see here, they kind of just erased Northern Ireland and they erased Wales as well. Sorry, Wales.
You just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
But if you take Britain and flip it upside down, look at that. It's the Galar region. And how do we know that it's based off the UK? Well, there's many ways that we know that it is. The first one being that the starter Pokemon are something that's very important when we talk about Pokemon region, are all based off of very popular and well-known animals in the UK. For example, the bunny, Scorbunny, obviously is based off of a hare. The whatever this thing is, the Skobble, is obviously based off of a tadpole. And finally, of course, the lemur thing is based off of the British red squirrel. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's have a closer look at our UK region. In fact, one more thing. If you still don't believe that this is a region based off of the UK, this should clear things up very easily. There is a cup of tea in the trailer. Go on, try and dispute that. Look at the trailer. There's a cup of tea in it. There's absolutely no way that you can dispute that this is a UK region now. Now that we've established that it's a UK region, let's get into why it's the best region in Pokemon. Well, the number one reason it's a region based off of the UK, and I live in the UK, so that gives it at least 50 region points, and that's how we're going to quantify this by our region points. For example, Kanto is the first region, so it gets 5 region points for that. Since I'm in the UK, it gets 50 region points. And as you can see, it has all of the trimmings that come with a UK region, all of the wonderful, nice little things that you might expect. For example, there's Big Ben, or something like Big Ben. There's the London Eye, obviously, and since that is the flipped region, this would be the South. Now, we don't care about the South because I don't live there. So let's go back up to the nice North where things are, well, nice South North, the North-South, where things are better. And that's not really true, actually. But we're up here, we have things like what can be construed as like the Lake District. We have potentially the Loch Ness as you go upwards towards Scotland. And I'm sure this is kind of like the Scotland area. Also, I would like to say that this is also a good region because it's based off of Westeros from Game of Thrones. As you can see, we have the cold, snowy north up here. We have Beyond the Wall. Even the logos of the game are direwolves. Literally, the logos of the game, they're direwolves. Look. So how can you dispute that either? You can't. That's reason number 2, that the Galar region is the best region in Pokemon history. Because we're gonna fight White Walkers, and we're gonna ride on dragons, the Welsh dragon to be precise, even though the Welsh aren't even in this game because they seem to have been they seem to have been deleted, unfortunately, for the Welsh. Sorry, Wales, just how it is sometimes. But yep, we have the cold, snowy north, we have the Beyond the Wall area, and we have all of the nice little trimmings that come with the UK region. Oh, I'm feeling patriotic right now, aren't you? Jolly good show and all that. Yes, of course. Yes. So let's have a closer look at the region, shall we? It appears what we have the starting town down here. Now, I would wager that we start down in the south and that we proceed north. But there is a whole lot going on in the middle of the region and in the north of the region that we don't see really happening down in the south. For example, we have potentially the starting house here, but we also have a train track that goes through. Now, the train track might take you all the way to this big city here, and you might kind of skip this area for potentially some post-game content. We have a little bit of what seems like a house down here. We have a lot of fields and wheat and running through wheat fields as some, delinquent children might do. And we have what seems to be a tower of some sort here and some mountains. So if we are going to start here, I would imagine that the only way to leave this area would be to go on the train and arrive around here. Now, I'd imagine that this is where the first gym battle town would be, though I could be wrong. It could also be down here too. That would be fine. And we have what seems like a very Victorian era town. And in fact, it looks a lot like what was shown in the trailer. Not this place. Nope. Aha, here. That right there is what was shown in the trailer, as you can see. So that area looks like it might be pretty early on in the game. Looks pretty nice in my opinion. Look, I absolutely love the aesthetic of this. Now, I don't want to play too much of this video because the video will get claimed because the Nintendo Ninja's on high alert today and my direct react got claimed. So I don't want that to happen. But the Nintendo Ninjas, yeah, they're on high alert. But just look at the aesthetic of this game. The aesthetic is absolutely beautiful. I love the art style that they've gone with this. It looks like it is the Generation 7 engine, so that's pretty decent. But look at all the flowers and the nature theme that we got going on here. It looks like a very much like a time before technology in these areas that we are. Even this area looks like a time before technology. It looks like early 19th or 20th century Birmingham, where you had the high-rise buildings, the industrial areas with your steam trains. Just after the First World War, I'm being reminded of Peaky Blinders a lot. The Peaky Bloody Blinders. And just look at the aesthetic of this town. It's very it's almost steampunky, the way that they have presented this. And it's really, really, really nice. And I like it a lot. And then we have the cold, snowy north beyond the wall. I imagine this is where you get ambushed by the White Walkers. And then we come through here and we have sort of the more sunny southern or northern areas. It's hard to say when the country is flipped. Southern, northern, the sunnier place. The real question, of course, for this game is, can you sit on the benches? That will be, the make or break for this game, obviously, for a lot of people. And then we have, looks like Route 1 is down in the sort of sunny area with the fields, which kind of coincides with what I was saying here. It looks like it's down in this area, Route 1. So it looks like we do start where I think we start. I can't see any other areas where that might be, unless it's maybe around this area. Not really sure, potentially around the middle. I don't see us starting in the middle of the region though. That would be a little bit silly in my opinion. But yeah, it looks like I got the nail on the head there perfectly, because that definitely is Route 1. And as we skip through here, we see things like the cave here. Let's see if we can spot the cave. Where would the cave be? If I was a cave, where would I be? Potentially in this mountain here. Maybe you go through the train and it's sort of like a mine of some kind. It looks like there are going to be mines around. Actually, hold on. If we take a closer look here, hold on, take a nice little zoom in. There is a path that goes into the mountain. So it looks like you will be able to take a train into here, and then if you want to, you can take like a side route out to go through the mountain. Like the Mines of Moria, for example. We all know that the UK is very much tied to the Lord of the Rings universe in many ways. So we have that as well, which is absolutely fantastic. And I just absolutely love this aesthetic. Wonderful place. I cannot wait to dive into this. I really can't. This is, oh, there's the tadpole thing. Oh, and there's the red squirrel. Fantastic. And it just sits, it's oh my god. I'm at a loss for words now. It just looks so cool. But if we have a closer look at the rest of this map here, we have a lot of mountainous areas up here. Of course, lots of places for gyms like there. For example, we have what looks like a little bit of a mine area down on the right there. We have maybe another gym here, potentially an island that we can go to, another gym here and here, probably one in the big town. There's some kind of house there. We have a train area that leads up to this huge city. Now, of course, that's going to be the London of the region, because obviously the biggest city is going to be the London, which, it's just to be sure, as my friends across the pond would say. And then we have some kind of like an icy area here, which looks really nice. It's kind of funny that we don't really get much snow in the UK, but we have this whole area of like beyond the wall. That's why I'm saying it's like a Westeros UK crossover place. Big wall here, icy in the north, has the same layout as Westeros, because Westeros is literally the UK, which has been flipped upside down. That's already been confirmed. Super duper liking the idea of this entire region. And that, my friends, is why the Galar region is the greatest Pokemon region of all time. And I say this with absolutely no information about it whatsoever. So let me know if you think the Galar region is the greatest region of all time in the comment section below as well. And I will see you next time.